Welcome back, guys. Hope you had a good day in the market. It is July 7th, 2026. We're going to review 0-day options today on SPY and Small Account Challenge. It's Tuesday. Second day I haven't reviewed my P&L at all. And yeah, it's going pretty well. Today was quite a grind, quite a chop. Here's Eric's 30-minute chart. He's by day trading on YouTube. You can find his Discord linked in the description as well. Yeah, a little bit of a gap down. I think, yeah, opened here. Filled the gap and sold off to 5-day. Found support on this orange, this big orange buying. Bounced up. Black's continuation to cup close the top. Also to the downside. So just ended up wedging. Very grindy today. I mean, a lot of the day was just actual sideways trading. Good for selling options, but premium for the IV is now low, so not the best, I guess, for that. When it's grindy and choppy like this, I just had a hard time kind of charting out. Got gray in here. Wasn't sure about it. And then got this red one. Purple I put in. It's kind of the trend it's selling in. And then the steeper, more aggressive green one here. But it was a little tricky for me to see. Good entries, good risk. Good places to manage my risk. So first trade. Let's see. First trade was at 10.15. It was a put. Oh, I was seeing this and I didn't like the structure and I wasn't sure about gray, so I didn't take any puts there. I didn't have gold yet. And it came down. Still kind of waiting for structure and more confidence in my charting. And then it did it again. But yeah, not really big structure at all. Really clear structure. And then down here, like I said, I did have purple. So right here, it broke my purple in the steeper green. And so I got to put actually on this retrace for purple being my stop. It did go in my favor a little bit on this candle. But I was looking for a gap fill. That was kind of my target. And just using purple for my stop. So this did end up being red. 10.15 to 10.18. $1.10 to 93 cents. Closed it on that candle. Yeah, that's the problem with these chase. Like, I don't know if this purple is that accurate. Sometimes it, yeah. The 30-minute, it wasn't necessarily grabbing liquidity from anywhere, which is kind of risky. But yeah, it's a nice clear stop, so I wouldn't always have taken that, but I guess since I missed both of these breaks of algos up here, I kind of wanted to take something. Yeah, this gold would have been nice if I had seen it earlier, just as a retest. It's all hindsight, I guess, but yeah, at least this would be going in my favor if I were to get puts. Next one, yeah, this was 10.27. I canceled, so I did actually get a put down here, or I was trying to. I think I had this one at that point. I canceled this put buy at 10.27. Yeah. Got one at 10.30 on this candle. I think this was drawn here. Yeah, I think this red was drawn here. So got that for that resistance right there. Sorry, that was confusing. I was up there. Yeah, I had this down here. Structure wasn't like all that convincing. This is a nice little head and shoulders I can see. But maybe this had already reached its target for bottom of purple. I was looking for a retrace. Came in at 10.30 and then I just sat on this thing. Let's see. Yeah, 10.30. I sat. Nice candle here. Wicked all the way back up. I was like, oh, this was actually very difficult to hold. Came here, green candle, wicked. I was looking for it to... Where's my profit on this thing? My target. I mean, gap close for sure, but I think I had this gold down here. And after it put me through this price action was pretty ugly. Oh, I didn't have that gold down there yet. I didn't put that there. I should have. That would give me a nice exit. But I didn't want to shortchange myself. Sometimes I'll throw that kind of tapering on there and it'll make me exit early when it's not actually selling in that. So I don't think I put that on there, but it did look like it bounced on that. I wanted it for this, but I just, yeah, I didn't want to hold it anymore. It was challenging me. It was pretty uncomfortable. I closed it here. 1037. $1.08 to $1.21. So nice green trade. Would have been much better closing on a red candle or for my actual target. But at this point, I was like, this price action was pretty nasty. I actually didn't have this I put this in a little later. Yeah, I put this in. I did have this in. After it started doing this, then I threw this purple in for a little tighter stop. But even right here, I did not want to hold for a retest of this or this. So once it broke that green, I was just like, I'm going to cut it. It wasn't too bad of a fill on this candle, but unfortunately I didn't hold for the gap. If I was able to enter this a little later, like a couple candles later, not have to have endured that, I maybe would have more endurance for the whole thing. Or if I had this purple maybe sooner or somehow a tighter stop. But you really, yeah, I didn't. So, green trade there nonetheless. Happy about that. And to end up going to my target, which feels good. Next one was at 1053. This was a call. So it broke purple, which is kind of what I was waiting for. It filled the gap, so target there was closed. Let's see. I think we were below 5-day, I think, at that point. So right here, yeah, I grabbed a call right there. This might have been kind of an accidental call. I can't remember if I had it queued up and I think I maybe accidentally clicked it. I can't quite remember. But yeah, on that candle. Got a call. It kind of just chopped and grinded. I'm like, man, this is too big of a range. Because really, I think I had this red at that point, and I'm like, I don't want to hold all the way for that. Then I was just like, I'll hold for this shoulder down here if it wants to retest. Like, that's a long ways. So I just had to be a little more picky on this one, which was good because it didn't move. 53. I held it all the way till 56 on this candle. I closed it. That was $1.14 to $1.10, so tiny loss in that one. But I was fine with it. So we were still above the 30 minute on the orange and all that. Let's see, that would have been, what time is that at? It's 10:30 that candle. Yeah, so that was literally right here. That was the bounce also, which gave me a little more confidence in this, but of course it can just grind for a bit. Canceled at 12:7. So I sat through all this. Still on the upside. I wasn't like actively charting. I guess I could have maybe charted this right here, which I think I'd end up charting later. Something like that with that orange. Little inverse head and shoulder. Didn't have this for support. This red. Anyways, I was just kind of waiting for better price action. Maybe cups to close. And I didn't do anything in here. This looked like a bit of a cup to me. Right here. I kept trying to think where 5-day was at that point. Anyways, came up here, and by the time it did this little move right here, I was like, all right, this looks like a little cup close and a little inverse head and shoulder building. But I didn't have a whole lot of charting to support my risk and even like what I was waiting for it to break to confirm it on a little head and shoulders. I have the orange there now, but at the time I was like kind of unsure about it. Just the price action, I wasn't able to see it as well. We have the support here, flipping into resistance. That's where I got it from originally, but yeah, anyways, it came out, broke here, and then I put orange up here, but I saw resistance on this red, and I didn't see support. I didn't have this white at that point. Support was pretty far down here, so I was like, I'm not going to take it here, even though I could see that it was clearly building support on the gold, that it just broke through resistance. So I wanted it here, but I'm like, there wasn't enough confidence, and my risk was not there. But that being said, I think I did try and open one up. Yeah. So I put an order in. I forgot I actually put an order in for that. Oh, I put that in much earlier. Somewhere in here I put an order. Okay, yeah, I put an order like down here. Just a limit. I don't know why I'm limit ordering still. I guess if I don't have a whole lot of confidence, I'll maybe find myself doing limit orders a little more. Yeah. So I have a canceled order at, let's see, 17. Yeah, once I started doing this, I canceled the order. I don't know if it would have filled on one of these candles, but it was a call. Yeah, I just didn't have enough confidence. 12:45 was my next legit order open, and that was on this break. This was on the final orange break I had with that wick. Little inverse head and shoulder. Got it here. Canceled a second buy. Sold it at 52 right here once it broke that gray. So yeah, I had the gray at that point, and I was like, I'll manage my risk with that because this might not go up. So thankfully I was able to chart that in just with these resistances right here and threw it in on that wick. So stopped it out there, which was a blessing because we just went completely sideways then. So that was 86 to 81. So small loss there. Next trade wasn't until 3, so let all this go. I didn't chart this until later. I was just charting later to see like where I could have maybe found an entry. So I got these from these resistances right here. If I threw it in the support here, could have taken on this break or the retest. Just kind of helped me with my charting and in the future, even though it's kind of hindsight. I can just see what happened regardless. But I did have orange to manage my risk if I did enter. But I didn't. I mean, there's no structure at this point. It's still just a wedge. But yeah, so didn't enter the next one until 3:04. This was a call. So came down. I did have this one, and I threw that in support right here. 5-day was right here also. It was like kind of bouncing on it. I got in a call right here with 5-day being my. See, I also duplicated it down here on that wick. So it's all just these lines. It's red ones. So 5-day was my stop as well as this red. Looking for this being the inverse head for the shoulder. It is a wedge trade. It is the edge of this. Yeah, this trade fails on me pretty often, I feel like. Maybe I should just stop it. I'm trying to be more patient when it gets to kind of the break of structure area, whether it's going to bounce or break. In this case, I didn't immediately get puts, which I could have because it kind of broke it and then hung out for a bit. But I waited and I was like, all right, I'm going to get calls. Didn't wait for it to break this purple, which I guess could have saved me. Yeah. Let me see here. Yeah, so I was in a call. 3:04 I bought a call. 3:06 I bought another one for 30 cents and 31 cents. So here, and then on this candle I bought another one when it was breaking purple. That one ended up dojing. And I closed out for 23 cents on this candle. I was trying to hold it till it broke this red, and it did end up breaking that red. So thankfully these were a little further out of my little lower delta, so it wasn't huge loss. 30 and 31 down to 23. Kind of nasty though, actually. Yeah. So then it broke the red. You know what I did? I got to put at 308 on that same candle for 36 cents. Right here. Broke it. I'm looking for a low of day. I do have this purple charted now. I had it up here. This being my resistance. I then later changed it to kind of tighten it up, which helped right here. But I'd already endured the stress of the trade, so it was a little late. But yeah, so I was in a call or put here, 308. And this was for 36 cents. This was a 746 put, so right here, just above low a day. I was trying to get in the money. Sorry, 30. All right, no. Yeah, 30. No, 308 that was. Yeah, 308. That's that candle. Bought it for 36 cents. Bought another one for 29 cents at 313. That's crazy. This thing just was grinding down. I was pretty confident in it though. And I had purple to manage my risk. Had a nice green candle here that kind of retested 5-day, as well as the break on this red. And I don't know if I had purple yet or not, but yeah, I got another put here, which definitely took some confidence because I hadn't taken any profit on the first one. This price action wasn't great. I figured typically if it breaks the last one, it's going to pick up volume. I mean, it had some more volume, but more increased volume and faster selling. It just, that seller wasn't there. So, but anyways, I had clear stops, but it was a bit risky because I had opened one here, came down, opened up another one here. Yeah, so 29 cents on that one. I think I tried to open up another one, I canceled it. Yeah, once it started coming down, I canceled the next open. But it worked out, which was very nice. Sold the first one at 16 right here. And that was, I was trying to just figure out a profit target because I thought I might not make low of day. So I just charted the bottom of these wicks, which typically isn't, I wouldn't think is accurate. And so that's what gave me this. I got a pretty nice fill on this one, a little bottom tick on that red candle. This late in the day was pretty good. It was 46 cents. So 36 and 29 in my buys. First sell was 46 cents, 316. This price action was pretty slow, but better than it had been for quite a bit of the day. Wicks up. I'm really hoping for a low of day, but that won't get me anywhere. Where's my next sell? I have one more. And I get it on this candle. Yep, right here. Wasn't low of day, I just got it because it was a large high velocity candle. I didn't get it right at the bottom. It was starting to kind of wick a little bit, but yeah, I got it somewhere right down here. Yeah, this of course wasn't here. This purple might have helped me out too for a take profit at the bottom of that range. Yeah, I think this purple was here. So yeah, got an awesome bottom tick there. Of course, right after sold it, I'm like, oh my gosh, this thing's just gonna flush all the way to low of day down here, and I'm gonna be an idiot. And then thankfully it didn't, and we had lack of continuation. And that sells 58 cents. So nice exit on that one. That's 29 cents to 58, almost 100%. Yeah. So I think I was red for quite a bit of the day. I don't know how red I got because I wasn't looking, but I think after that last trade I ended up green. So you guys can let me know in the comments what you presume. So yeah, second day I haven't looked at my P&L. I think I'll wait till Friday. I think it's helping me because today was quite a grind, and I find it allowing me patience to just not trade the unknown of my P&L. And especially even just yesterday too is probably affecting me too, because I don't know what that was. I think it was green, but yeah, I feel like some days I would maybe try and trade more through here or somewhere, even here. I don't know. But it's also causing me to have to kind of, I'm having to kind of be around and focus a lot of the day. Because before, if I was up quite a bit or down quite a bit, I would usually take bigger breaks and I would kind of try and distract myself. Now I don't know if I am, so I'm kind of like I'll take breaks, but I'm kind of lingering around, like always trying to be prepared for the next setup, which is good because I can try and extract as much as I can, get as much experience and practice, build confidence as I can. But it is a little more work, it's a little more tiring. Yeah, I'm taking breaks, but it's just strange. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Sub up, like up, comment down, my 6th round. See you tomorrow. Yeah, hopefully volume picks back up this week a bit. I guess we closed above 5-day. Yeah, I closed above 5-day. So this might have been just a test on the 5-day to hit upper Bollinger. I don't know. See you tomorrow. Thanks. Peace out.